Oh no. Hi everybody. It's funny that everybody calls it Claire Second, and I'm like, I just call it Claire B because that's what it is. Because if you play the original, it's called B, so I just keep calling it B. But yeah, it's Claire Second. And with me, I have the lovely PippyInATopHat.
Hi, I know nothing about this game. I am here to learn and to giggle and to mentally replace now Claire Second with Claire B with Blair. That's what Claire B is, I think. Because Claire would be
sure,
Claire
let's
C.
go. There's only an A and a B. There is no C.
Hey.
I think I learned the alphabet wrong. I'm here to learn the alphabet.
I'm here for it too. We're watching Blair
right.
C. I love it.
All right, so without any further ado, shall we get started?
Yeah.
So I'm going to steal Pippy's bit because 3, 2, 1, begin the run. So it's really weird because because the game still has like every puzzle, and it's like, okay, but what has Leon been doing in the A scenario? Because everything's still locked. Because at the time of Claire B or Leon B, you're starting when you've already done a bunch of stuff, already had one of the keys, unlocked a couple of doors, but all of those doors are still locked. It makes no sense. But don't worry about it. The B scenario is also shorter, and we get to run into Mr. X earlier than we would in the A scenario. So all kinds of fun shenanigans, but at least I don't have to deal with radio skip. So all these zombies are waking up, and we need to offer them some breakfast. Would you like some breakfast? Because you see...
I was hoping breakfast would not be you. I was wrong.
I don't know what
Indeed.
I was expecting.
Because you see, for whatever reason, in the RE engine, female characters run faster in caution. So we needed to give 2 zombies some breakfast and continue on our journey. We're also going to deposit our gun because that way Claire will equip the rocket launcher right away and then grab the key. So it's like, huzzah. And then we're going to stair skate. Now, why am I stair skating and why does it look like it's going to take longer? Because it's actually shorter, because what you're doing there is you're canceling an animation. So she just kind of glides up the stairs. Leon can also do that. As a matter of fact, the caution running is actually slower in Resident Evil 3 Remake slightly, and also you can't run with the rocket launcher in caution. Jill in RE3 will run like she's in fine condition. It's really weird, but it is what it is.
And that's
So
the
here we
best
go.
medicine is carrying a rocket launcher.
Apparently. So we're going to be moving the key into slot 4 so that I can do a double delete, because we will be getting rid of those. We won't be getting all 12 inventory slots, but we will be getting 10, and we'll be doing some inventory manipulation because we want slot 1, 2, 5, 6, and 9, 10 to be open, and the only slots that we use. So we won't be deleting any keys that we get for the ones that have, what's the word I'm looking for? Card suits. Because there's card suit keys. There's a diamond, there's a spade, and there's a heart. Leon would get the club instead of the heart. And while we're waiting for this door to open, I'm going to aim at the desk. Luckily, there was a zombie there, but the reason I always aim at the desk is to guarantee that we can get our pouch upgrade. So there we go, we got the pouch upgrade, hooray!
Luckily, there was a zombie there.
Indeed.
The enemy.
Also, we get introduced to a liquor early.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, I love this.
Yep.
I don't know what I expected from Resident Evil, but I don't know. I don't know why it wasn't dead thing hanging from the ceiling, but it wasn't.
Okay, Okay, now I have a question. How many Resident Evils have you seen or know much of, Pippi?
Me, I've seen Abby speedrun quite a few of them.
Fair enough.
Hey.
Yep. And we're just going to run by him. We're actually going to run by everybody here because they're not going to bother us.
They already had
That's
breakfast.
just me
It's
just
fine.
getting public transit.
There we go. And then we're going to grab the battery for the fuse. Ray. Again, we get to skip quite a bit in the B scenario, which is nice, even though all the doors are locked and it's like, Leon, what are you doing? How did you get to me when the door that you have to open? It's, again, don't ask questions. Also, hi, Mr. X.
Mr. X
He's
is
like
no
8
friend.
feet tall.
Yeah.
No, he is not. He has a chance to insta-kill me.
Owie!
And where's the worm? That's not the worm. There's the worm.
I realized
There we go.
I did play one Resident Evil. I think it was Resident Evil 5. It was in Africa. And
Yep, that's
Oh,
five.
that's fine.
I'm really bad at first-person shooters, so I was player 2, and I kind of just shot wildly. So, someone else carried.
Oh, at least
Don't worry,
one of
I'm
those
sure you did a
bullets.
better. I'm sure you did better than the AI because the AI in that game is absolutely terrible.
Honestly,
It's true.
accurate. Well, accurate in its inaccuracy.
So right now, I'm hoping Mr. X is behind me because that means he won't be in this next room. If he comes through the library, that means he's in insta-kill mode. Because I don't have a sub-weapon, if he grabs me, he will kill me. That's kind of how this goes with everybody that can insta-kill you because we never grab a sub-weapon. So now we're going to open this door. He's not here. Good. And the reason we're opening the door is because for some reason, if you open and go through the door, the bookcase won't fall over. And it's like, haha. Also, I am playing with the retro soundtrack because it's better, and also you can actually hear when Mr. X is around the corner. It would be nice if I selected the harp instead of the lion.
Details. Like progression.
Indeed.
Progression in my speedrun? Why I never.
Listen, we're here
And
to
then
go
here we go.
fast, not pay attention to details, right?
I mean,
Indeed.
that's just me when I play a game.
Speaking of details, fun fact, the costume that I'm wearing is a reference to who was originally going to be in RE2 because, fun fact, Claire was not supposed to be the female protagonist of Resident Evil 2 originally. It was going to be Eliza Walker, who for some reason they got rid of and completely restarted development when they were about 85% done the game. Because originally this was supposed to come out in 1997, and it didn't.
Oh.
When did it actually come out? How much did they delay it by?
1998. So only a year.
Still.
That's a lot in 1990s development time, though. Like,
True.
Yeah.
you can make Majora's Mask in a year, theoretically. They delayed it by an entire Majora's Mask.
It's true, they did. And then they came out with Resident Evil 3 in 1999.
They delayed it by an entire Resident Evil 3.
I like how we're now measuring time periods in game development. Which is such a specific strike range.
At least they didn't delay it by a Cuphead. Oh.
No, here's the ultimate one. At least they didn't delay it by a Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh no.
Oh God, no. All right, so right now, we need to make sure we're ahead of Sherry because Sherry will stop us from doing whatever I called it because Claire won't aim stair skating. Thank you. Brain delays. So we stair skate. But if Sherry's in front of us, Claire won't aim her weapon, so we can't stair skate. So not only are we getting a boost from the fact that Sherry's pushing us up the stairs, but we're also getting the stair skating. And there we go. Again, I don't know if stopping the diet...
that you can't aim at a child.
I should not have been taking a sip of my drink at that time. I'm good.
And this is why we bring Pippi along.
I love it.
I don't know if canceling the dialogue because shooting there will cancel the dialogue, if that makes the platform move faster or not. Also, we just met Chief Irons, who is more of a dick in this game than he is in the original. In the original, it's kind of unknown at the beginning whether he's a villain or not. In this, no, it's like straight up, yeah, no, I'm a villain and I'm here to ruin your day. And now we go into the liquor room, which I like more than dealing with dogs. Liquors are so much easier. Dogs are a pain. Sorry, Leon, that's why I don't do your scenarios, because you have to deal with dogs. And I'm like, no.
Are these dogs not free?
I'm just gonna smile and nod.
I'm just collecting all. We're going back to the bombastic side eyes. I'm just going to collect all of them. I'm going to create the Exodia of bombastic side eyes this episode.
So in this scenario, since the dogs aren't here, are they currently running a hotel for aliens?
No, they're dead because the liquors killed them.
I understood that.
You could actually... Yeah, you can see all their corpses on the ground.
Pippi, did you know I had that specific run on an episode, a very early episode of Express Lane?
I'd never heard of that game until the GDQ schedule came out, and then I saw it and I went, okay.
Mm-hmm. Which I will. Sorry, finish your thought.
I was just gonna say, I'm sorry to the aliens that they might have a bit of a wait at check-in now.
I'd say, friends, since we're talking about SGDQ, don't forget that your prize submissions are currently open, but head to Games Done Quick during the break. You don't want to miss this one right now, but during the break, gamesdonequick.com, more info. And then go see an airport for aliens currently run by dogs.
Oh, what's a hotel? It's an airport. Thank you.
Yep, it's an airport. It's the writer PMC Trilogy calls it Dog Airport Game, and it's beautiful. I mean, if you didn't see it on that episode of Express Lane, you're going to want to watch it. It is a game of a time. It's just fantastic.
Now, one thing that RE2 has that RE3 Remake doesn't, and I don't know why they would take away optimization, thanks M2, is the fact that you can manipulate your inventory when you pick up items. You can't do that in RE3 Remake, boo. Which is why you didn't see me take the key out right away and wait until I was at the door, because you can do it there, which is great. Again, RE2 Remake has this, RE3 does not. It's really unfortunate. And there we go. And now we're going to get into that inventory manipulation that I mentioned, as we're going to move the orange box and the key. So we're going to keep the diamond key in that spot, and we're going to move the heart key next to it once I get the other orange box. Not to be confused with the game made by EA published by EA and done by Valve. I don't know how that game works. I just know that if you had it on console, there was an EA logo on it, okay? Don't kill me, please and thank you.
No killing me, Abby, please. This has been a message to the lickers.
Oh, don't worry. They're gone now. We won't see them ever again. I lie, but, I wanted to make you feel better.
Thank you for telling me nice white lies, Abby.
Now, if it was Beast of Black, you could say Sweet True Lies, or Sweet Little Lies, Sweet True Lies, something like that. It's a good song. Y'all should listen to it. Anyway,
It is a good song.
helicopter and Mr. X.
Big old lad.
Where's his hat?
I remember we already met him once.
Oh, yeah, the
and
hat's gone.
I've already hit him.
Yeah.
The hat leaves. He doesn't put it back on. It's the A scenario where you meet him there the first time, and also thank God he didn't go for the insta-kill and just decided to punch me.
It's still pretty rude to punch people, honestly. Like, killing people is certainly ruder, but, like, punching people is also probably something that would get you some stink eye.
Indeed.
And maybe a criminal charge.
Maybe. Like, are we talking, like, misdemeanor, felony, something?
I'm really not sure what the law is, because nobody seems to be upset with the fact that you're carrying around a rocket launcher.
I mean,
I don't
fair,
know the
yeah.
rules right now.
In a police station of sorts.
Fun fact, this police station used to be a museum, which is why it looks all museum-y. Don't ask questions. It just became a police station after a while. And then a zombie outbreak happened, and the police chief is corrupt and bought fancy paintings and whatnot because he's on the payroll of an evil pharmaceutical company.
I love that the painting purchases took place after the zombie apocalypse. I just want to point that out for everyone following along with the Resident Evil timeline.
The zombies are like Sims. They get a positive buff from well-decorated environment consistently.
Their career path was painter.
Exactly. Zombies are his Sims.
This reminds me of that time when I ran Theater Rhythm on Hotfix, and the entire time was just Pippi and Alice. Alice at Wonderland Games, fantastic streamer. Just decided to break me for 2 hours.
Wait, Abby getting broken on a stream? Why I never.
We just got
I
to
know,
giggle
right?
while Abby still, like, full-on laughing, managed to play rhythm games more competently than I ever could. It was
Which is
impressive,
impressive,
but also
yeah.
so much fun. I was so tired.
Alice was also trying to give Pippi a history lesson on Final Fantasy because Pippi has never played Final Fantasy. But here's the
Under a
bit.
rock.
Here's the bit, though. Neither did Alice.
There's plenty of room under my rock. Come sit with me.
Hey, next time I ever run Final Fantasy Type 0, I will get y'all in.
Apparently, I didn't drop a thing. Yay! I
Yay!
forgot
No
to do
dropping a thing.
Whoops.
I like the gear animation. It's very satisfying.
Hooray!
The video games, like, hey, look, we made a remake. The hair physics looks better. That we have more polygons to work with. Everything looks cooler, and my brain is like, yeah, I don't care about that. Look at the gears.
Guess what? That gear doesn't exist in the original.
Well, then good.
They did a different thing.
Like, honestly, it just, when they first announced all these remakes, I don't know what I was expecting, but, like, oh my God, did they update everything for the times? Because yes. And then they did my Resident Evil 3 dirty, and we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, they did all our Resident Evil 3s dirty, okay? That's why I keep bringing it up ever so slightly. because it's like, haha, my favorite game ever.
I was so excited for the Resident Evil 3 remake because that's my favorite Resident Evil, and then I played it and I got sad.
Don't worry, I speedrun the original. We could cry together.
Listen, no matter what they do to the remake, they can't take the original from you.
Thank
Unless
goodness.
it's like a digital download thing, and then they're like, I don't know, that's a hot button topic, but theoretically.
Ooh, actually, a question in chat, Abby, is this technically an any % run? Or is there technically any % run of this?
There is an any % run. It just doesn't involve a rocket launcher. So the categories are like the new game categories are standard. So it would be Claire BS or Claire BH. Also, here's the most devastating puzzle in the game that'll cause massive resets. Yay. But Rocket Launcher is New Game Plus. So we're going to flip that like that and then flip everything else around this. That's the secret.
Hey.
There we go.
Beautiful. No resetting required.
Indeed. So there's standard and hardcore are the new game. New game plus is the only way you can do assisted. And there is a glitch category, but this is the PS5 version and I don't have a physical copy, and also those glitches are scary.
Yeah, it's
Okay, hear me out. Glitches are usually quite scary, but the idea I am told of the appeal of horror games is enjoying being scared. This is what I tell myself when I have a panic attack over frame windows. I don't know if it's a good thing to tell myself.
I don't know if that's a good thing either.
It's for the rush that is killing me.
So in the original, we don't have a Sherry Irons interaction like this. Her section in the original is very different and much shorter and less of a pain and less hide and seeky. Because we're about to go play hide and seek. If he grabs us, we die. Or game
so
over. It
high-stakes
doesn't
hide
say.
and
Indeed. So we're gonna run away. Sherry, please don't get caught on the banister.
I'm gonna run
Thank
away.
you.
Runs right into the banister and stands.
Also, we will be taunting Irons throughout this because we have that option.
That's fair.
He kind of takes a minute to get in here, so we're just gonna do some squats.
Get your exercise in.
Yeah, he also got caught on the banister. It's fine.
His face is a little burnt. We can give him a little leeway because in the cutscene that I skip, he's like, "What are you doing here?" And then Sherry just throws a vial of sulfuric acid in his face.
Fair.
I can see why he might be upset.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So, Irons' stuff is based on his flashlight hitting you. So that's why I can do this. And just
Cue some Benny Hill.
Skip leg day.
All right, who would win in a squat off? or Cloud? Let's go.
well,
sorry.
Cloud requires 2 buttons. Sherry requires 1.
Hey, there we go.
You said Cloud, and I'm quite sure you meant the character, but my brain went to the speedrunner.
Fair. That is fair.
So, here's what I mean about the flashlight, because his knee's about to bump into my shoulder. Just watch. Oh. See? He bumps into me. And then I can just run. I'm literally running behind him, and he doesn't do anything.
Sherry's like, hey, hold the door for me, I'm coming.
He can't. He's got no sense of hearing. None. Just.
No sense of hearing,
the
no
thing
sense
is,
of touch,
he's
no sense. No sense?
Sense of smell.
I mean, he's dealing with his burnt face, so he's got the sound of rushing water.
And that probably is blocking the sense of smell a little bit.
So here's the thing, right? We lock the door, and he has an axe. Where did he get the axe? I get that it's a Shining reference, but where did it come from?
You know, there are sometimes questions that are just left as questions.
And there we go. We've done the Sherry section, the worst section in the game. Ada's section is so much better. So now we get to run through the city for 2 minutes because we're getting out of this taco stand. Everybody say goodbye to Raccoon City Police Department.
Goodbye, Raccoon
Also,
City.
it's never mentioned.
Say the raccoon, just the one on the desk. Bye, raccoon.
Bye, Raccoon.
So it's never mentioned in the remake that taxidermy is Irons' hobby, which is why we see all the taxidermy and why he's taxiderming the mayor's daughter, because that's who was on the table when Sherry went and grabbed the key. Although it's never mentioned that was his plan in the original, but he does go, that's the mayor's daughter on my desk, and she was about to become a zombie, so I shot her in the head. And it was like, okay, I guess. Like, again, it's very, like, not telling you he's a villain in the beginning in OG RE2, whereas this one is like, no, he's a full-on dirtbag. Yeah, no, get out of here, you jerk. So, yeah. And here we go.
And bleh.
Unfortunately, these zombies are immortal until that gate falls, and then it's like, aha.
That gate is the Achilles heel for those two specific zombies.
Yes. And they're immortal, and it's like, no.
Ooh, question, because you are running in Japanese. What was the deciding factor for the language you chose for this specific run?
Well, that would
geez.
seem to be not speaking Japanese, but seem to be speaking
Zombies?
I don't know what language that is.
There is no reason to play this in Japanese, because there's no tech smashing or anything.
Yeah, fair.
How do I put this as bluntly as possible? Because my chat makes fun of me all the time. I'm this thing you call a weeb.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with making language choices just because they sound fun. I'm a big fan of my friend runs a game in specifically Québécois because it sounds more fun.
Ah, très bien, les Québécois, n'est-ce pas? Du besoin, moi, tu parles le français?
I just know je me cherche.
Fancy going the ergo wakaranai. Sumimasen. Look, I might be a weeb too, all right?
To be fair, I was asking if you needed me to speak French, but you know.
I just said I don't understand French, sorry.
It's the same thing with my chat, but that doesn't stop them from redeeming parler le français. And it's like, I know for a fact none of you speak this, but okay.
Well, I see a frequent chatter in the current best chat saying, oui, oui, croissant.
Fude fafa? This is a deep cut joke, and I'm so sorry.
Pippi also knows French, but the only French she knows is "Je ne suis pas un ordinateur." When she broke that out that one time, I lost it.
I was on a French interview once, and they were speaking English, but it was for a French restream, and at the end of it, they asked me if I could speak any French, and the other racer who was being interviewed spoke zero French, and I speak like a little bit, so I just said, "Je suis un ordinateur," and the commentators who were interviewing us start laughing, and my friend, who's the other racer, starts going, "Oh, Maria's supposed to actually, I'm so sorry, I don't speak any French," and I'm like, hey, don't worry, I don't either, I just told them I'm a computer. Laughing because we're stupid.
So it's like the HAL 9000's the Pippi 9000.
So, to answer the language thing, it's a bit of a bit. I run this in Japanese. I will run RE4 on PS4 in French. I will run RE4 on English or RE4 on PS5 in English. Just to mess with people, because people are like, why are you running this in Japan? To mess with people. That's why I'm doing it. And because I'm going to run a game in any language I choose. At one point, I ran a game in Italian for no reason.
Love it.
I mean, in a lot of games, I think, there are definitely exceptions, I think, especially in older games, but in a lot of modern games where they release all the language options at the same time, it usually matters a pretty small amount what language you pick. And I know some games where it's like, well, we switched from the French to Italian because it saves 14 frames over the course of the run. And it's like, hey, unless you're going for a world record, you could take the free 14 frames of time save, or you could do whatever you want, and whatever's fun for you, it's 14 frames, which take them where you can get them, but also, have a good time. Speedrunning is about fun. And also walking through sewer water.
Indeed, and dealing with giant monsters called G-adults. That's what we're fighting now.
Ewy.
They're giant.
Oh, he's sweet.
I mean, to be fair, I do run Twilight Princess HD in Japanese. I don't know how much time it saves, I just do. Because I do still have to mash through text, and Japanese text is faster than English text.
Fair.
And also, Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo is a 9-minute time save if you run it in Japanese.
That's impressive.
Again, there are definitely some games where it makes a wildly large difference what language you pick, and it's like, huh.
Yeah, whenever I've had runs on here that it is clearly a different language, I'm always curious to see if it's a for the heck of it thing, or this is going to save a lot of time, or they just sound funny. They'll say a funny thing specifically in this language.
And or the Japanese version is cheaper, which is 9 times out of 10 the case.
True.
And that is also definitely a consideration if you're running things on especially physical copies, or things that are older and harder to acquire, of sometimes you just speedrun the version that you have.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if that's sewer water or blood.
It's a mix, because you can see organs in the piles of sewage.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Fun. I feel like I really hope that you are wearing protective clothing, because otherwise I feel like you're asking for an infection.
There is no protective clothing here. I do own the Japanese copy on GameCube of this game. I thought you were dead. No.
Well, technically they are. Sorry, I had to.
Oh, hey, look, a plant!
Sorry, I needed to grab that. Otherwise, we were going to lose a lot of time, even though the game would have healed me eventually. But I thought he was dead. We're going to ignore this one by sticking to the left. That's how you avoid that one. If you're over to the right, you will get, like, collision. And it's like, no. No, thank you, please.
I find it upsetting how good this viscera looks.
Yeah, it's Resident Evil for you.
Like, this whole section, that's some decent looking water, and that's unfortunately some decent looking viscera. It looks like viscera, and my reaction is, visceral.
Hey.
There we go. We got the last plug. Fun fact, these plugs are electronic devices that unlock a door. Yes, they are keys, and there's a puzzle you have to solve to unlock the door because they need to be put in a specific order. That's the last G-adult we have to deal with.
The day that Resident Evil makes an area without needing at least 2 puzzles to solve is the day the next Devil May Cry game comes out.
Starring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Yeah.
So, fun fact about Devil May Cry. Did you know that Devil May Cry was originally supposed to be Resident Evil 4?
Yes, I did. See, now we're going into my wheelhouse of DMC. Yes, I did.
And did you also know that Dante was featured in 3 video games that aren't in his franchise?
I know one of the Marvel vs. Capcom. Can't remember what the other one was.
Okay, 4 games. Sorry.
Zing.
Because he's featured in 2 Marvel vs. Capcoms. Then there's Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's Monster Hunter World.
That one I knew about. I forgot about Nocturne.
But that's where featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series comes from.
Look, my brain only sometimes half brains, okay?
And
These are
there we go.
late night shows if you're on the East Coast. I think all half braining can be blamed on the EPs.
Ooh, wasn't he also in Beautiful Joe? I think. I want to say he was. Oh, that's a game I haven't thought about.
Where's DE Cosmic when you need him?
Right? Oh,
Beautiful Joe runner, DE Cosmic, as well as DMC runner, DE Cosmic, as well as future competitor with Oscar 424 at SGDQ for The Bouncer.
With Dynamite Dan. You're true.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Project X Zone.
Oh,
Why haven't you ported that yet, Nintendo?
Who's that friend we just rolled by?
Yeah.
Remember Birkin from earlier, the person that we fought that I shot 2 rockets at? Yeah, he's evolving.
Oh, like a Pokemon.
Welcome to Birkin 2, where you can't actually kill him until that hits him.
Birkin 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Because like you're about to see, I'm about to wail on this man with so many rockets.
While you're wailing, let me just remind people. See, do you hear this banter? You want to get involved with this banter in the GDQ community? You should be joining the official GDQ Discord and adding this awesome hotfix role so you can stay in the loop on all the events, chat with staff, and more, and hang out with some two really awesome people like PippyInATopHat and Abby's Corner. So best friends in chat, ! Discord and Twitch chat for an invite and more info. And I will have you know I pointed at my camera that's currently covered right now that nobody can see because that's what I do at 11:33 at night.
Don't we all do that at certain points of the day?
That's me every point of day.
I love it when I go like, I don't know, it's like, you know, like that, and then I realize that nobody can see me, and it's like, well, I was demonstrating a size, but just judge it based on the tone of my voice. You'll figure it out. It indicates a size a little bit. You can't see my hands to see what I was. It's okay, don't worry.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh, hi, Sherry. I look away when suddenly the rocket launcher is replaced with Sherry.
Yeah, we have rescued her. Now we're taking her to her mother at the lab.
Fair.
Alternative
AKA
rocket
called
launcher.
Nest.
Oh no, that's just a rocket launcher.
Yeah, it's a rocket launcher. Also, you haven't seen me do this yet.
Are you mixing a cocktail in the rocket launcher?
It's a big cocktail.
Is this Claire Flare right here?
Oh, and we got our
Also,
change of clothes.
Oh.
Nope. So the context for the jacket is Claire's original outfit, or default outfit. She wears a jacket and then gives it to Sherry. So that's where that came from. The game, I guess, just keeps it around in negative space, even if you're using a different costume.
Impressive that she could carry around an entire coat. In how big are those pockets?
We're not going to talk about that. Also, in terms of the Claire Flare earlier, it was mentioned that she was mixing a Molotov cocktail.
Oh, that's what makes the rocket launcher go off. I do love me.
We get to ignore all these zombies.
What a privilege.
However, we have to be careful. Whoa, Claire, what are you doing? Why are you going back down? We have to be careful when going back through because they will be sitting by the door, and we don't want that. We don't want that at all. We're currently getting the level 2 brace. Also, hello, either Gallahan or Freya. I don't know which dog that was, but I know it was
Freya.
one of them.
That was Freya she went from sleep to Bork in about 2 seconds.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
I live in fear of the day when one of my speedruns is gonna get interrupted by a rogue pupper entering my room and having to go, well, you're not supposed to be up here. It happens, just hasn't happened while streaming yet.
Yeah.
We keep rolling the dice.
I've given up. Like, I could shut the door and, yeah, you'll still be able to hear him. So it's like, all right, you two loaves of bread on twigs, have fun.
Oh, wait, no, I was supposed to hit the button first.
No.
So the B scenario has a much shorter lab as well, because you'll notice I picked up the power mic thing. I don't know what they are. I've never seen them in real life. Don't ask me about electronics. I'm sorry. And you pick it up here instead of backtracking through this area. So it's like, hooray. Also, Leon's lab is much shorter than Claire's because Claire has to go back to Sherry at the end, whereas Leon will get a nice little cutscene warp straight to the elevator and not have to worry about any of that. And also, when it comes to a door coming up, he can just walk to it. He just has to not get murdered by Mr. X. So right now we have a code, which is 2048.
Those look like numbers.
And
Yeah.
I'm just using phone logic here. That's all. Phone logic, because 1, 2, 3, etc., etc., and then 0. Trust me, guides will call the 0 a 10, and I'm like, have you never seen a phone? What?
Listen, it's 2025. Phones are scary.
Listen, okay, I've been arguing for the last 15 years that phones shouldn't exist anymore, but that's neither here nor there. Because they still
Valid.
exist. And they shouldn't.
It's pretty valid. I don't know how much different my life would be if I didn't have the option of getting bored and playing Sudoku at any time.
So, as the resident person that feels very attacked right now, sitting at 40 years old, and lived in a time when beepers and pagers were new and shiny. we had this one thing called touching grass. That's all we had. The occasional stick or kickball. That's all we had. Okay, we had more than that, but
Asuka acting like she's like a million years older than I am, and it's like, Asuka, I'm 34, okay?
I'm the baby. I'm 27.
well, we might need a backup host. I'm gonna wither away to dust right now. Excuse me.
I'm the same age as the concept of Pokemon.
I am the same age as the Nintendo Entertainment System.
I'm the same age as the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Okay. First of all, how dare?
Listen, we were doing a bit. It's fine.
I don't know what Murph is, but can we set it to Murph?
But it's Earth.
But I want to set it to Murph.
I'm just gonna do a quick shout out to all the League of Legends players from back the time when Earth was awesome and existed. Specifically when it existed.
I played League of Legends for about 3 months in 2012. I can't say I know when Earth existed, but
Galahad was actually an official mascot for one of their skin lines.
oh,
Like I was commissioned to do a costume for Galahad for it was Corky. So like I'll have to dig up a picture of it.
that's incredible.
And he got to be out in the face of that skin for League of Legends for a while. It was like, my dog is more famous than me. All right, here we go. It's fine. I've accepted my fate.
But now you've been on multiple mainline GDQs, and now you're more famous than your dog.
No, the dogs are still more famous. I'm not going to kid myself there. That's why I put myself. I'm the chauffeur to 2 corgis. That is my lot in life.
That in this evil lab full of zombies, they still have very well maintained plants, and also some less well maintained. These plants in this room seem a little bit overgrown, but you know what? That just means that they're healthy and flourishing.
I mean, they are trying to kill me.
Angry, healthy, and flourishing.
Yeah.
And now the plants are dead.
Oh, well.
Because we needed to get upgrade number 3, so that way we can get to the level 3 area.
The potted ones too?
No comment.
You know what? I can't judge because I also struggle to keep a succulent alive. So
I struggle to keep plastic plants alive. So.
Don't worry, we're just risking it like a biscuit over here with that guy just being alive and me just going, hi, I almost touched you. I decided to play a game of I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you.
Fair.
I'm not touching you. A rocket launcher might be though. Please don't make me hit you with the rocket launcher.
What could possibly go wrong?
That also implies that you're like smacking them with the actual rocket launcher, which like I never considered a rocket launcher as a melee weapon before, but you know what? It would probably also be pretty effective. I'm also just now considering that you pulled out that key card and the rocket launcher disappeared.
The magic rocket launcher.
How big are these pockets?
Yes.
Well, you see, if I was wearing her default outfit, as I, for some reason, just decided to put that in, it would be on her back. Okay. But when you don't wear the default costume, it doesn't do that. Don't ask me why. There we go. I always hate the AWS because it always wants to be a pain when solving it.
Is that one just more difficult than the other ones, or is it just that one's specifically out to get you?
I mean, I haven't scienced it, but I'm just going to say it's the more difficult out of the four that you get.
No, that's fair. We'll allow that.
I mean, it definitely
it's funny because
more awkward.
Because Leon steals the virus, Claire gets the antivirus. And it's like, but they're in the same spot? What? Again, the game, if you play it back to back, both scenario, like both characters, makes no sense at all. Anyway, here's Birkin 3. I really like his design.
He had an
He's now dead again.
Evolution line.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to run into him another 2 times.
Oh, that's a pretty long evolution line right there, I think.
Can it be said that in a lot of the Resident Evil games, eyes are usually weak points? Because I'm noticing a trend with bosses in Resident Evil.
Except for Wesker. Wesker doesn't have an eye. He just has a glowing orange orb.
Oh, yeah, fair.
I'm sorry, Resident Evil as produced by Grezzo.
Love it.
This has been a Zelda joke. I'm sorry. They really
So now we get the...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, they really for this remake seem to have put a lot of effort into making these very pretty cutscenes that you keep skipping. I love speedruns. Anyway, continue. What were you guys saying, Happy?
At least they're skippable, unlike certain other games. Looking at you, games with unskippable cutscenes.
Where did that child come from?
So,
It's the one that I carried. Remember when I was...
Has she been following you
she
this
was
whole
in
time?
Claire's pocket this whole time.
Oh my god.
No, she was lying on a bed, and then I ran back, gave her the antivirus, and now she's fine. And in the future, she's gonna have superpowers. She comes back in Resident Evil 6 with superpowers.
That's true.
Fun fact, almost every Resident Evil protagonist has some sort of superpower. Jill has a superpower because she was infected. Leon has a superpower because he was infected with Las Plagas. Claire gets a superpower because she got infected with something. I forget what she gets infected with and when she gets infected. The only one that doesn't is the only one who isn't is Chris, because Chris is a loser. Chris Redfield is a loser who should have been murdered by Wesker. Hashtag Wesker was right.
So that is
just
at
Chris
Abby's
believe.
corner.
Hot
I do
takes.
not like Chris.
Yes, it's not a Resident Evil without a countdown. It's
Okay.
Chris punches rocks.
Which he shouldn't have been able to.
Chris's superpower is friendship. Chat, I want to see what is Chris's superpower. Friendship is a good one.
So at this point, if you were playing as Leon, Mr. X would have just dropped down and he would have been in insta-kill mode. And then you could just go through the door. For Claire, we have to wait for Sherry to get all the way over there and open the door. This is why Claire is longer. For this part only. Yay, Lab Claire. And yet somehow my PB is shorter than my Leon time. Shows you how much running and caution can save.
Also, Chris's power is plot armor.
It's a pretty good superpower.
That's a good.
honestly.
That is a really strong superpower.
Plot device, Mr. Frodo. Plot device. No one's gonna understand that reference, and I'm okay with that.
I thought it was funny anyway, so you know what? I don't need to understand the reference. Oh, that man's on fire. Now he's more on fire.
And missing a leg.
Oh,
Would that technically make him less on fire?
there's less of him, but what there is might be even more on fire. It's a give and take.
might balance out, yeah.
I would take the time to assess it, but there's like a big scary countdown timer. And despite being a speedrunner, I still find timers very scary.
Don't we all?
That's fair. Legendary frog reference.
Oh my god, somebody knew what it was! Yay! Ring goes on, ring goes up, ring goes
Is this like a Newgrounds era thing?
Oh god.
I never saw it on Newgrounds, but I saw it in 2003.
I was graduating
new?
college in that year. No, I was graduating high school. I graduated high school in that year. Ooh, who is this friendo?
Birkin 4. No, you may not climb up the wall.
Is this the Mega Evolution?
What kind of elemental stone does it take to evolve, or does it evolve with friendship?
It looks like friendship because it looks like he wants a hug.
Oh.
I mean,
What if I told you he evolves with hatred? And then, of course, because we're on the B scenario, guess who's about to make another appearance?
So you really wanted a Birkin 3, and then you traded it, and then it evolved with hatred because you traded it.
And here's Birkin 5.
Oh, that is unsettling.
right? The first time I saw this, I was like, oh boy.
That man is stringy bubblegum. And he's also like infecting the floor. Everything okay? I think he's becoming the room, not the movie.
I was about to say, oh hi, Birkin. Good doggy.
I'm really excited to hear Birkin 5's Tommy Wiseau impression.
I might put that on as my
And that's the run.
GG. You have defeated Tommy Wiseau, Birkin. Oh, that was an absolute treat.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Pippi.
he's now broken. Oh,
Would you like to tell the fine people where they can find you?
yes, Pippi, where can they find you? What are you currently playing?
Oh, me?
Yeah, I think Abby needs to breathe first.
Oh, Abby needs a moment. Hi, I'm Pippi. I wear a top hat. Yes.
What are you currently playing?
The Phantom Hourglass, I think. It also has a timer and is also very scary. Involves FedEx. It's gonna be shown off at GDQ by not me, but you should watch that too.
And I think that's on Thursday morning because because that's the run right out. That's Shasta's run right after Bouncer. That's how I know that.
Yes, it's Thursday morning at like 10 a.m. local time or something like that. Tune in, hang with us. It'll be really fun. Game's adorable. If you like, if you think that a 7-pixel tall Link can be cute, then you'll love it. How's breathing going, Abby?
It's going good. You can also find Pippi at twitch.tv/PippyInATopHat. You should go follow her because The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is also a thing that she does. Really well, might I add, Miss Top 10.
This sounds like lies. I think instead you should go follow twitch.tv/Abby's Corner. It's a corner that Abby lives in, and she runs so many games. And, like, consistently, I'm impressed that she learns games in like, you know, the 15 minutes that I left my computer.
Didn't you hit a milestone recently with the amount of games you run? Or you might have runs you posted?
I mean, I've officially been speedrunning for 4 years.
Yay! Jeez.
And I do run like 50 games, but that's been for a while.
Still.
And also, this was GDQ appearance number 25.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Yes, also you should follow Oscar424 because she's amazing and running the bouncer at SGDQ.
I just worked.
And runs a game with toilet paper.
Yes, and runs a game with toilet paper, as well as Devil May Cry. Yes, indeed. But yeah, you can usually see me currently running a game where I launch a finger at trash. That's not a joke. It's a living pinky finger that I shoot trash at. It's called Promise Mascot Agency. It's pretty great. It also has Legend of Zelda voice actors in it.
Do it. So thank you both so much. I love having y'all on, and it's so fun and so wholesome and amazing. And even with creepy Tommy Wiseau Birkin at the very end, give GG's one more time to Abby, to Pippi for an amazing, amazing showcase of Resident Evil 2. Claire B, not second, B. But when we come back, we are going to be shifting gears one more time to go from zombies